Alright, what is going on, guys? We are back with another All the Mods 10 video. I believe this is number 7. If I'm not mistaken, I could be wrong. But I'll show you what we've done in the past episodes. But what we're going to get into today is going to be another step of automation, getting into a couple different mods. The main one being Mekanism. We want to automate the first step of Mekanism, which is just making all of the all of the ingots and everything that you can, and alloys and whatnot. We're also going to automate some power just so we can get the energizer orb done fast. Hopefully we can do that so everything can just move smoothly when it comes to like ender gates and everything along those lines. And then I kind of, if we have enough time in this episode, want to get into Super Factory Manager for the hostile mob networks, so that we can have that automated and getting mod drops automated. So without further ado, let's get right into it. So the power automation, let's do that one first, because it's fresh in my mind on how I want to do it. And so we're not going to do it in this room. We are going to do it in this room over here. So I have the power here. So what I think we're going to need is we're going to need a pattern provider. We can craft one of those, easy. And then we are going to need a import bus, which I can craft those. And we're going to want some acceleration cards with that. Yep, we're going to want 4. And then we're going to need some cables also, which this is going to be a red room, so we will use red cables. And that should be everything besides like the ooh, I didn't carry the cable over. Let's carry the cable over real quick. Oh, this is an orange room. This is an orange room, not red room. We do need to carry that cable over, so let's just do that real quick and I'll be right back. All right, so now we did set that up. So now like that's running all the way through and should be active and online. So we do need our wrench, which did I put it in here? Not the right wrench, but I can carry that in here from now on. And I believe we can face this up like that. And if we toss this on there, and then we can have a import bus directly on there with some cables up like that with these in there. And then we need to set this to blocking mode. And then so like say we wanted energized steel, but we want this in the condensed block form. What are other ways? So boom, we want the condensed block form to be pulled out of here, and then we want the pattern of the condensed, so we are going to want to make a pattern of, so it is going to be gold, condensed gold blocks, and iron condensed, which we are going to want to make those. And then so this will be, let's go, we can put these in our crafter like that, and then we can just make a couple of each. So one, and then one of those into a energized block. Should be able to drag this, so we don't need substitutions. Why will it not let me drag it? Energized steel. Can I look for it in this way? So there should be more recipes to make this. Okay, we'll just make it this way. So let's grab these back out. Which is not a big deal, because it should be pretty fast, but we do need a gold essence one. I didn't know we didn't have a gold essence one. So that goes like that, take that out. And then if we bring this over here, toss this in there, and then take this out, and then put that in there. And then now if we request, let's say 10 energized steel. Boom. So now we have energized steel automated. So what we are going to want to do is automate the rest of that, just so we don't have to think about it in the future. So we're just going to want to put all of these in there into the output. Oh, dang it. Okay. So what we got, boom, boom, and then boom. We want to make this also. What is it? So it goes energized steel, which we have that in there. Then it goes that to that to that to that. And this is another craft that we want to make. And then so to make those, we need some more patterns, which I believe we have actually. Yeah. Patterns. So to make this is actually that, and to make this is that. Same thing goes for this, and then this one is like that, which we will have to teach it to make that. And then I think redstone blocks also. And then it doesn't need to make nether stars because we'll have nether stars. We also need to show it how to make that. And so these can go in here, and then the energizer orb. Don't want these to go in order. Just like that. So then now we have those in there. So say we want to auto craft some ender gates. Say we want to auto craft some of these, so we need that to be auto crafted. We have the obsidian, doesn't need to be auto crafted. Auto crafted, auto crafted, boom. Just gotta go through all these auto crafts. I think we have everything except for this and this with this. Let's put all these in, see where we're at. Oh, this is why we need to make them a molecular assembler, because we are almost out of crafters. So from there we can make everything, including in here, including in here. Nope, we need to make that and that. So now, theoretically, with our one spot left open, we are able to ask for it to make, let's say, 10 of these. How do you make this? So I just put that in there. Okay, we have no. So now if we do 10 of these, we should start making those using all of our different auto crafts. So like boom, it made the 10 done. That's what we love to see. We love to see that. That is amazing. Makes everything so much faster for us. So that is power automated, which is nice. So now we can actually move on to Mekanism, and this one should be a pretty fast process also. So first we're going to want metallurgic infusers. We're actually going to want 5 of these. So we got 5 of these right here. Then we need pattern provider pattern providers. Yes, pattern providers. So boom, there's 4 right there. Set one of these on top of each of these, just like that. And then we will have to route the cable over this way, which is not an issue. cable, take our green. And then we need to cover that up. White. Boom, and then have our metallurgic infuser right there, which, okay, it's not full, okay. And then so we can take this, we can put this in our inventory, and then we need to grab those ender gates, because these all need to be powered. Okay. And the reason it's 5, I don't know why it is with Mekanism that it's this way, but like for you to do everything properly, you have to make individual infusers for each and every single one of the ores that you're creating. So now that that's created, we're going to want to actually set up the enrichment chamber, because the enrichment chamber, we got to create one of these. With the osmium compressor enrichment chamber. We're going to want to create an enrichment chamber, and we are going to want to put that on a pattern provider also. And then this is where the math is going to start coming in a little bit for the enrichment. So, well, a little bit, I guess. So enrichment chamber is pretty simple. So for the enrichment chamber, we're going to want to create enriched, all of these enriched. So this is pretty simple. This one's coal, creates one enriched. Redstone, same thing. Diamond, yep, same thing. There we go. And refined obsidian to make enriched obsidian, which we don't have a refined obsidian yet, but we will. We're just gonna make all of these real quick. Enriched tin, enriched iron, which is actually a metallurgic infuser recipe, so we won't worry about the enriched iron right now, just because that's for way in the future. And then now enrichment chamber can get all of these, and what we should be able to do is request any of those enrichments, which will give us way more per action, which is nice. And then this should auto input output from the bottom, same thing right here. Actually, ooh, this is where we have to do a little bit of configuration on these, so we're not going to worry about that right now, but this should auto input output from the bottom, and auto eject should be on. And then what we can do is say we want some redstone, because that's our first one. Say we want enriched redstone 10. This will start running, and it will start enriching our redstone. That's where we can start with this first infuser, which will be our redstone infuser. So let's make the pattern for that, because this is where it can get a little confusing. So to make the infused alloy, it is going to be 1 copper will create 1 infused alloy, but an enriched obsidian actually creates 80 millibuckets. So if that's creating 80 millibuckets and it takes 1 copper plus 10 millibuckets, that means for every enriched iron or enriched redstone plus copper, like for every enriched redstone, 8 copper can create, or 8 alloys can be created out of it. So the pattern itself, so when we go to create this pattern for the alloy, we can have it set up like this, put the enriched alloy in, but we have to set this to 8, and then also the out to 8. And then now that will be the actual correct recipe for Mekanism. And that's just the way that it works with the enriched, but I'm telling you, it's 110% worth it. Now, this is also a little bit of a tricky part. So you have this yellow box, this red box, and this blue box. So the blue box is your output. You want the blue box to auto output. Just say, you can just say input output to the bottom, auto eject on. And then now you want the extra which is the yellow to, oh, these have to be in, oh, I totally forgot about this part. So you actually need a advanced from, what is it? It's from advanced AE. It is a advanced pattern encoder, which is right here. We can create it, not a big deal. And then we also need the advanced pattern provider upgrade, which we can do. We'll need 5 of these. So that's now an advanced pattern provider, which is nice, but we need to take this pattern out. This is where I got mixed up. So what way are we facing? We are facing, Control J. We are facing north, so the back is facing south. So what we'll do is we'll open this up. So we want this to go, the copper to go in regular, but we want that redstone, enriched redstone, to come in from the south. And then we want to take that pattern out, make sure that's what that pattern says, put that in there, and then now we need to make the extra to be in the back. So now when we request alloy, which we already have a lot of, say we request 10 alloy, that should kick on because it should put the enriched redstone right here and the copper right there. Should. But it's not, which is okay, because it just must mean, let me re-enter this pattern. So let's try the north. Put that, gotta take it out first. So that is still saying south. So from the north, take that out, put that in like that, and then cancel, request 10. There we go. So you gotta put it into the north, and it'll put the exact amount in, and then it will create it right there. And that's that alloy automated, but you do need to have the advanced pattern encoder and these advanced pattern providers so that you can tell the machine where to put it in from, because it's a little extra part, and that's why you have to have a separate machine for all of them. And then so now once we have the alloy created, so we can create this pattern too, which it's used redstone, so it can be used in that same first one. So to create this pattern, it is 20 millibuckets plus 1 osmium. So take that out. This creates 80. So you put that in, and then osmium. Okay. Yeah, okay. Thank you. That works. So 4 osmium will make 4 gears, or 4 basic control circuits. And now if we toss that same one into our advanced pattern provider, as long as we throw it in here first, and we say that goes in normal, this goes into the north, take that out, and we should be able to put that in there. And once this is done, which with speed upgrades, this is going to go 10 times faster. Which we can see exactly. So speed upgrades for Mekanism are that, and then you need energy upgrades too, or you will run out of energy trying to do all these super fast. And each machine takes 8. So structural glass, which, do we have this essence? I don't think we have this essence. That's gonna be a issue, just because getting all those upgrades are very expensive. So we will make 4 for now. So that speeds up so that we can create, so we can request basics now. Let's do 10 of those. And then with the basics, we can create the basic tier installer, which will be nice. So then that will work that. And then if you put auto on like that, processes twice as fast. So that will be nice. And so let's get these basic tier installers for all of our equipment that we have right now. So we have 5 more, which we created just enough. Just like that. Okay. And then, so that's the alloy created and the basic control circuit created. So now we need to do the reinforced alloy, which is diamond plus infused alloy will create the reinforced alloy. So we have the enriched diamond already. So now we just need to take this and see that 20 millibuckets of enriched diamond per 1 alloy will create a reinforced alloy. And if we go to enriched diamond, toss that in there, this will make exactly 80. So it'll be 4 for 4, or 1 for 4, basically 1 diamond per 4 alloy. So we make that, which this one is not the right one. Orange, which way is orange going? So I can just look right here. That is the right one. Oh, orange is actually that one. So we are actually in the green room. So now we put this in. So we want the enriched alloy to go to the north, just like that. And if we take that and put it in there, and then we set this up the same exact way to where it's input output auto eject on and then extra. Now we should be able to request reinforced alloy just like that, and then boom, that will create the reinforced alloy for us, which it ended up creating more of that because I had all of it in our system. And then now we can make the basic tier installer for all these. I didn't even think about that, or the advanced. We just need to create some of these circuits, which are definitely able to be auto crafted, but we need more crafting storage. So what we'll do is we will take some pattern providers, assembler matrix, so that we don't have to worry about channels. But all these should be online now, no issue whatsoever. And then we should be good to add all of these patterns in there. So for these patterns, that one's created like that, that one's like that, and then that one is like that. So now we should be able to add all these in just like this. So all 3 of those are in now, and we might as well just make, we're gonna want these in the future, so we might as well make these while we are right here. Boom, there we go. And then we are in the green room. And then now we can craft some more of these, which we should just make. I want everything to be auto craftable so we don't have to worry about anything. So let's just make this, which we might run out of osmium. And then throw these in here also. We are almost done. Okay, so now we should be able to do at mechanism. We should request, I think we need 6 of these, 5 of these, which which we don't have enough osmium, and we should have an osmium seed, right? We don't have an osmium seed. Do we have osmium at all? Okay, we do have 153, so we might have to make we can't make an osmium seed right now. We can definitely save enough for an osmium seed. We can make an iron one of these. Come on. Cute. So let's go ahead and throw these in our smelter, and we need to make 4 blocks. Boom, boom, boom. Alrighty. And then now, before we do anything, we have enough for, right? That's how you create that seed. Oh, that is not how you create that seed. Okay. It's just 4 osmium essence, or 4 blocks of, or 4 osmium in general. So we'll just make sure we put 4 in there so we can make a seed later on. Okay, so now advanced. So if we do 5 of those, we should be able to make 5 of those. This is crafting the gears for it. And then it should be done. Yep, all 5 of the tier upgrades right there. All those are tiered up. And then now we can do the next tier also, because it is these ones. We need 6. Start that going. And we can start, while that's making those, we can start working on the next tier, which is the refined obsidian. Which for this one you need enriched obsidian, and to get enriched obsidian, or you need obsidian dust. So we need to make the crusher. So let's make the crusher. Crusher. Should make a frame, easy. Crusher. Control, make one of those. And then as soon as that's available, so crusher, boom, crusher is available. We'll put this over here, like this, like so. And then we need to make the crushing. So we need this to happen. And we could make that one actually. So, and to make this, it takes 10 diamonds, which this creates 80. So it is 8 for 8 in the enriched. Sure, create one for me. So this should be 8. Set for 8 of these. Set, and then once this comes out, put that there, boom, and that's created. So now, which we haven't even set up the diamond one yet, but for the obsidian, so now we should be able to do obsidian dust, and if we do 10, let's do 20, that should start working on that, which it is, which it does need power. Put the power on there. Can we make basic tier upgrades? Basic tier mechanism. Didn't make a basic tier autocraft. Basic, create that, throw that in there, okay. Okay, and then if we do this, we need one of those, which this is still creating. Oh, this isn't set to auto export. Input output. Thank you. Okay. We need one of those. And then we also need that mechanism. We need one of those. And we still need we need 7 of these now. So everything should be kicking on to make 7 of those. But we have this and this. So now this can get upgraded just like the rest. So that should work a lot faster. And then now the refined obsidian takes diamond. So we have the refined obsidian method right here. So this just needs to go into the north. So put that in there, and then we have that set to on. This set to extra. Input output auto eject on, and then now we should be able to request 20 refined obsidian. We have powdered obsidian. Oh, we have obsidian dust. That might be our issue, actually. Which doesn't, do we have to enrich, or refined obsidian takes obsidian dust plus diamond. Oh, that's why, okay. Obsidian dust, and this takes powdered obsidian. That's all that is. Okay, and then put that to 8. And that should still be an 8 out of 8, right? Because this takes 10. Yes, okay. So that should be fine. And now we just gotta make sure this is still going correctly. Yes, it is. And that can go in there. And then now we should be able to request 20 of this. And then this should kick on as soon as that's ready, because it's enriching the diamond right now. And these are done, so now we can upgrade all of our machines once again, which that's creating that absurdly fast. And then with we need the obsidian alloy, atomic alloy. Let's see, atomic alloy will be reinforced alloy plus 40 millibuckets reinforced alloy plus an enriched obsidian, and enriched obsidian makes 80, so it'll be a 1 for 2. So this can use to be create this, put that there, and then so for one of that, so this will create 2, and then 2. So we need to take this, go into the right room, and then we'll have to put this in here and have this go into the north, and then take this, put that in there, and then have this on, input output, auto eject on, and extra. Right, did we do that right? Yep, extra. And then so realistically now we should be able to request some of those. No issue. We'll see what happens. Because this is, what is this creating? Oh, it's creating all the stuff we need at once. That's actually nice. Okay. So that should be done. And I do want to make this enriched smelter. So we will make the smelter. also put that right here, just like that. And then this one's pretty simple. This one just needs to be auto eject on and input output. And for instances like, let's say glass, we need to make a pattern for glass because glass is one of those main things that we always need smelted. So if we go to the energized smelter and do that, we can now put this in there. And then, so now what we need to do actually is go to that mechanism. We need one of these, one of those. So we need one of these, one of these, one of these, and then 8 of these. Do that. And then one of these. Oh, this needs to be powered too, just like that. Okay. And then once this is done, we can also upgrade cables everywhere and everything like that, which will be nice because we'll have all the alloys to do so. How long does this have? 16 seconds. Okay. We're not going to worry about the rest of these right now. Actually, the crusher, did we make the crusher? Yes, we did. So crusher's out of there. We wanted to make the digital miner. That was one of the main things that we wanted to make. So we'll actually make sure we make that today. And we need 7 of these, or 8. We need 8 of those. So now that's up there. See what we need for the digital miner. You need vibranium. Happy we have vibranium. We can make this. So we gotta make 2 of those, which we can do that. Teleportation core, we can do that. Steel casing, we have one of those. Vibranium, we have that. Robot, we have everything that's needed except for the steel dust, which we can make. And we can actually automate the steel dust, so let's do that real quick since we don't have a steel seed. Steel ingot. Let's break that down. And then to make the steel, you need to make a powder. To make the powder, you need to crush. Okay, to make iron, you need to crush iron. Easy enough. And then to make the powder, it has to be like this. So with the iron, we want to make this to be able to make that. And then it needs to know how to make iron blocks. And then it also needs to know how to make sticks. And then, so then we can put all these in here. Except for these 2, because these are patterns. Which, so this is a crushing. Crushing's going there, and this is a smelting, and that can go in there. And how long does this have left? Oof, that is forever. So we're going to add another computer system over in this corner, which you should honestly be able to make here in a second. Let's go up into the green room that we're doing and start throwing these on, because it may process everything faster. Slow this time down. 6 seconds left on this. Then we'll craft that 64K. So then we have 2 crafting units real quick. So then we don't have to worry about crafters as much. And let's make sure these are set to on. So that they, oops, see, like this one's set to off. Let's go to on for all those. And then this is the last one, like that. So 64K, please craft that. Craft it pretty fast. What we should be able to do is bring this down right here. Right click it on there, and then we'll create a molecular assembler right here, just like that. What? And so molecular assembler is crafted. Throw that down, and that should be powered online. All these should be online, so now we should have 2 crafting units set up for auto crafting. And then now we need to create this stuff. So not this, but we're creating this. So now we need 2 of these. Done. We need a robot, which takes 2 of these. Done with that. We need refined obsidian, which takes refined obsidian in an osmium compressor, if you don't have set up. So osmium compressor, start. And then, so we're gonna need a pattern provider. We're going to have to teach it to put osmium in there for enriched. So what is that? Obsidian alloy, refined obsidian alloy, which looks like this, but we need to take this and put that in there. And this creates 200 millibuckets. Okay, and then this takes 200 millibuckets to create 1. It's a 1 for 1. All right, it's a 1 for 1. When it comes to that, I believe we'll have to encode that also, so we will need a pattern upgrade. And so now we should be able to create the osmium compressor though. Osmium compressor. Put that right there, and then have the, oh, it doesn't need an extra actually. It does need an extra. So same thing though, so we'll do extra right there, and then input, output, auto eject on, and then we need to code this one to do the exact same, put it in from the north, do that, and then now we should be able to obsidian do 10. That's crushing that down. This should put the osmium in here, theoretically, because that says when osmium ingot goes in, this needs power. I don't know if it's actually doing it. Oh, there it goes. So that should be crafting that. And so now we need this chest. There we go. And we're gonna need some atomic alloy. Start the craft of that. We're gonna need more atomic alloy. We're gonna need one of these also, which I think I already created that. How long does the atomic alloy have? 4 seconds. And we'll need to craft more. We should be able to make this now. How long does that have? That has 5 seconds left. That's almost done. Oh, that is done. So now we're just waiting on this atomic alloy to create this and this. So that's created. And so now we just need this. And then now we can create the digital miner, which is nice. So now what we can do is we can go all the way to the mining dimension, just like this. And then if we put down this miner right here, let's say that, we need to grab power for it, put that there. And then now if we make a list, let's say we need prosperity. So we actually want this prosperity. So if we do tagline, put prosperity in there, save, no tag, okay. Cancel, new filter, item stack, do that. Then put both of those in there. And then now what we do is we set, let's say my lining level minus 64, max. Oh, you can do 100. Oh. $690. Max is 32, so 100. Max Y level 100. What level are we at right now? That should be fine. And if we start it, oh, to mine 4. Okay, so there's something wrong with these settings. Config. Oh, max 100, minus 100, minus 64, because you can't do a triple digit minus number. Okay, but now if we start at 105, and I don't think that's even the best that we can set it up as, but that'll be going right there. So let's just make sure we claim this chunk, and then we can go back to the overworld and come back later, grab those, and we'll be all set with that. Whoa, I'm happy I had a jetpack. All right, so that's the miner created. Now all right guys, so we did end up figuring out Super Factory Manager. I'm not gonna explain it in this video, but I do have it set up. And so like this will just be running for now on, just have it creating nether stars with the hostile mobs. Like I said, I'll explain that more in depth in another video. Today we did accomplish quite a bit. We set up automation for Mekanism and also automation for Power, which wasn't super difficult, but it is nice to have that, so then we don't have to worry about anything along those lines. Next episode, I think what I'm going to do is set up the molecular assembler. Maybe we'll get into like the more advanced AE stuff for that. so that we don't have to worry about that type of storage. I do want to get into a few other things also. We also want to get our power generation up, so we might go get soul lava next time, and I'm going to try to have these farms filled out also. But other than that, hope you guys have a great day, and I will catch you in the next one. See ya.